Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Reading Reviews by Ryan. Actually, that's not technically true. I think today what I'm doing is starting a new session that I will call Rant by Ryan, in keeping up with the spirit of alliteration. So, it's not necessarily a rant. And I was going to do a book review today of Cambridge Analytica stuff. But something else has taken precedence over the last week that I wish to share with everybody, aka my 3 loyal viewers, if I still have you on lock after missing last week. My apologies. However, this has taken an interest in me because it has changed a lot in just 1 week. A lot has changed in 1 week. What is that? And I will get back to the book reviews, because as I will describe now, I now have some time that I previously did not have throughout the week after cutting something out that people know is not necessary, but nevertheless continue to pursue religiously. So, if you are asking why my eyes are half closed, it is because I am still, as per usual, on this glorious, beautiful, rainy day in the Sunshine State, recovering from a day yesterday. And this morning, actually, it actually came in very handy because I was actually able to use 2 new reusable grocery bags that are actually sitting underneath my eyes to bring in all my new food so that I wouldn't have to use disposable plastic ones. So, sue me, I'm just trying to save some whales out here, because as you guys know, I am a collectivist, and I'm trying to do my part in the environment. So what have I done this week? I deleted social media from my phone. I didn't delete my accounts. I still have my Instagram account, Facebook. I have it. It's just not on my phone anymore. And how did this come about? Well, I watched The Social Dilemma, told a halfway intelligent colleague of mine about it, and a wager was based because this particular colleague actually has been off of the social medias for quite some time, so as to get rid of the digital footprint. So I had a conversation, and it ended in somewhat of a wager. I don't know if it's serious or not, but it involved a margarita. And I tell you what, anytime my boy Mr. Cuervo is involved, I will take you up on that wager. So, as of Monday at 6 p.m., Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook Messenger even, was deleted off my phone, and I have not gone on since. So I say that. In practicality, I have not gone on. Monday through Friday, all good. Saturday evening, Mr. Cuervo had taken the wheel, so for about 10 minutes I did re-download the gram just to go ahead and check up on some things that perhaps are halfway of interest to me, but then subsequently deleted it right after because I realized that what I was doing is breaking my code. So perhaps I lost the wager, but maybe I can finagle that one and just say it was not my fault. It was not my fault. Okay? I did. I'm human. I did. I broke it. But maybe it's not my fault. Nevertheless, took it back off, have not gone back since. How do I feel? I just wanted to share this with some people because in our day and age, I think my generation was kind of like the borderline. We didn't get cell phones. We didn't get social media till about middle school, end of middle school, beginning of high school type thing. So it's not like we were engulfed in it since we were little children with our noses to our phones the whole time. We have kind of adapted to it rather than grown up with it, I think. Because I didn't have Facebook till like freshman year of high school, and I didn't get an Instagram until senior year of high school. But obviously now, when I look at the time that I spend on Instagram, it is way more time on Instagram now than I did in college. So I've grown accustomed to it as these social media platforms have blown up. So challenge myself, and there are 2 things that have benefited me. First is time. I cannot tell you, after work, a lot of times I'm drained mentally because For 8 hours straight, I'm thinking super, super hard about how to come up with solutions to these problems and then actually implementing those solutions. And most of the time, as people in software know, your solutions break all the time and you're spending so much time debugging what you have built to try to make it actually work. Debugging is actually harder than just writing software from scratch because you have to go in line by line and see exactly where is this problem occurring, where is the error in my logic. So anyway, I'm going off. Drained after work. A lot of times I just throw my keys on the counter, go right onto my comfy little couch here, and scroll through the gram for about 2 hours. It's quite entertaining, I'm not going to lie to you. But I realize I'm spending 2 hours, maybe like twice per week, literally doing nothing. I can't even pull myself off the couch to cook dinner, so I just do a microwave little veggie burger, right? But I realized that spending this much time scrolling through the never-ending and seemingly predictable, scantily clad, self-proclaimed Instagram models, hoes, it's entertaining, it's great, I like to see it, but what do I gain from it? Second thing, so I have a lot more time on my hands, and how do you spend that time? Well, rather than entertaining myself and seeing what other people are doing, I entertain myself with stuff that I'm doing. You see the difference here? So a couple times, I just went out to, I don't know too many people here in Tampa yet, still kind of new, but I just went out to a restaurant that had a bar, sat at the bar. My boys couldn't make it out. Okay, it was a Tuesday night. Okay, I was like, I need to get out the house. I'm not just staring at the wall. So I went out to the restaurant bar, had a good time. It was chill. It felt good to get out the house, watch some baseball. And I'm not sad. I'm not depressed about it. I just like, it was some good. You start to value your time and enjoy your time alone. And that kind of segues into the second part. I know, we all know, that Instagram, in particular, is just a place where people show the best of their lives and they post that. That's what you see, and you know that. However, it still affects you. You still get FOMO because you know what your life is like on the regular. A lot of people's lives are like that on the regular, but then you see marginal cases where people make a living traveling the world. You see your friends out on vacation, but it's not time for you to be on vacation. So even though you know it's the best of the best, it still affects your mentality, and you stop becoming grateful for the things that you have and the beauty of routine and habits, and you start to envy what other people have. And so it makes your life look more drab because even though you're happy, you're chilling, you're big chilling, you would be stupid to complain about where you're at in life. But then when you inevitably start to compare, when you're pounded with content that looks more exciting than the regular life that you lead, this starts to harrow over you. And you say, oh man, maybe I'm not happy. It brings those thoughts into your mind, but you are happy. So when I've gotten rid of it for the past week, I've been chilling, not thinking about FOMO, not thinking about if I am where I'm not having as many existential crises now because there's nothing to compare it to. I am living how I'm living, and I'm chilling. Social media brings in this other avenue for you to seek out what it is that you're not happy about. So in essence, it's kind of an ignorance is bliss type thing, but it's not even ignorance. It's just getting rid of stuff that's superfluous. Oh, that's a reading word, So those are the two things that I've most noticed. The third reason, and this was kind of brought up from the social dilemma, is the algorithms and everything like that. Me personally, I don't really give half a deuce about that. You have my data, you show me better ads today, I succumb to it. I bought 3 books instead of 1 because Amazon recommended 2 more. So I said, okay, yeah, those look good, I'll buy them. Fine, they make their money. That's not what I'm so concerned about. What I'm concerned about is how addicting social media is and how we turn to it when we're feeling lonely, bored, awkward. At every moment, even at a stoplight, I see people pulling out their phones and scrolling through their phones, even at a stoplight. I'll bet you 98% is going to be scrolling through the gram aimlessly just to pass the 1 minute that you're sitting at the stoplight. That's what's for me. I wanted to prove to myself that you could still be happy, live a good life, and really decrease the level of envy towards other people. Maybe it's like, even if it's a subconscious envy, it still affects you consciously somehow, and it takes some digging to see what it is that's causing it. But then I guarantee, if you guys delete this, if you try it, you'll see a difference, and perhaps just as a challenge to yourself that you can do it, and you're not super reliant on your happiness from this little device. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is continue throughout the day, at least, or throughout the week, to have social media off of my phone. And I do recognize that it is a medium for which people that you don't really have constant communication with, let's say like a distant friend from college, you don't talk with them that often. And if you do, it might be through a DM on Instagram or like a Facebook message. So perhaps once a week, I'll re-download it just to check up on messages, not necessarily to scroll through content, maybe for just 10 minutes, just to relive the good old days. But only once a week, check it. Because really, it's not needed, I've realized, and I would implore my readers. I think I have a halfway decently intelligent audience who might be open to a change like this, because I believe truly it's for the better. Not only because the data stuff, yeah, they don't deserve your data, you are the product. Fine, but I'm talking for your own mentality, for your own peace, for your own tranquility, for your own happiness. And so that you can rather focus your efforts on yourself. And your focus is on you rather. Now I'm starting to ramble. So anyway, with the time I have this week, video is probably coming up with the Cambridge Analytica stuff. So keep your eyes peeled. I won't be able to advertise this stuff on my social media, because who gives a deuce? I don't really give a deuce anyway. I mean, my views have been declining. They'll decline. All right, they'll decline. It's fine. But stay tuned. Thank you guys for this. I hope you'll take it into account.